Yo, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm really pleased to announce the release of my new frame, the HaloRC KALI. So this is my first ever cinewhoop frame, but unlike most cinewhoop frames, this one is specifically designed for carrying a range of naked cinema cameras like the naked Blackmagic 4K, 6K or naked Z-Cam. So there's already a few decent cinewhoop frames out there that are good at carrying the naked Blackmagic, but they've also been designed to carry full-size cameras as well. So they're generally a little bit over-engineered for carrying the lighter weight naked cinema camera. So I've managed to get away with this 4-inch cinewhoop design that the frame only weighs in at 210 grams. It's just the smallest platform for carrying a cinema camera. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some footage that I've gathered over the last month or so since finalizing the design and really getting used to the setup myself. It's mainly designed for hitting small gaps and flying in close proximity to things. So I've been trying to do as much of that as I can with the spots that I've got. So it's mainly flying in woods and stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully it'll give you a bit of an idea of what this is capable of, and then we'll head over to the bench and take a closer look at the new HaloRC KALI in a bit. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the KALI now. As you can see, it's made up with this main single piece of carbon. This is 4mm thick, so this is actually the first monoplate design frame I've made, as well as the first cinewhoop frame I've made. So I opted to have mine cut in this direction so that all the strength and stiffness of the carbon goes along this direction, and as you can see, I've designed the arms and the entire plate to maximize this advantage. So yeah, by having all the stiffness and the strength going in the correct direction with the plate, just makes the whole frame a lot stronger and a lot far more rigid, which obviously leads to better flight performance. As you can see, there's 4 rings for prop guards. They should line up perfectly in line with your propellers, which I found to be the most efficient way to run prop guards. If you have them below the prop line, then all the thrust gets pushed into them and just reduces efficiency by quite a lot. So yeah, I just found running them in line with the props seemed to work the best. So yeah, got 4 separate rings for the prop guards. Obviously lots of standoffs to hold it all together. I opted to have all separate parts underneath the main plate, simply so that I could have carbon going in different directions to add stiffness where I needed it. So you can see these wishbone parts here, they've been cut in at this angle so that the carbon runs this way. That's to give the most amount of stiffness that way, whereas this part has been cut across here to give more stiffness in those directions. So yeah, all the carbon's been cut and the thicknesses have been chosen all specifically to reduce weight as much as possible, but provide as much rigidity as needed for carrying a naked cinema camera. So although they're a lot lighter than full cinema cameras, obviously they're still a lot heavier than a GoPro. So you can't really get away with using thin carbon like 3mm with loads of cutouts. As you can see, the 4 props run really close to each other. There's only a small gap between the props, between the prop edges, just like on a tiny whoop, and you run your stack and all your components in the middle. So you actually run your flight controller and ESC in there upside down, and this lowered compartment here is designed for running your VTX, either Vista or an O3 air unit. Now they're separated by these nylon 12 MJF printed parts. I've just aerodynamically shaped them so that all the thrust coming out of here isn't just hitting a flat edge, and it's just makes it all a little bit more efficient. Yeah, as I said, you got your 4 mounting points there for your naked Blackmagic or your naked Z-Cam. So your battery will be sitting on with your camera behind there and all raised off of the frame with alpha gels. I mean, there really isn't a lot more I can say about it other than that I've spent a lot of time playing around with the design and tweaking it and trying different things, and yeah, this is as good as I can make it. The flight performance is surprisingly good for such a small craft carrying a proper cinema camera, but I really think something like this is ideal for that camera because we've reduced the weight, but everyone's still flying them on frames designed to carry full-size cameras. So yeah, I really wanted to design a frame that was the smallest footprint possible for carrying the naked Blackmagic. Okay, and there you have it, that's the HaloRC KALI. Okay, thanks for checking out the new frame, the HaloRC KALI. Hopefully you like the look of what I've managed to come up with, and you're excited for what you might be able to shoot with this sort of platform. And yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below, and yeah, take it easy. Laters.